So when it comes down to Essence, we all know that it's a Black American founded company organization, right? It goes down in history. It goes down in history with us, okay? We understand the legacy that it brought into Black America. And not only that, it had already reached around the globe, okay? Because people know Essence because it was the black okay, publication, okay. And historically, Black Americans have been have always been one of the ethnic groups, if not the ethnic group, to have a place for others in the Black diaspora to be employed, especially during that time, especially way back when Essence was founded. Okay, there was a place for them to work, writers to work, from the African diaspora, to be a part of something that was Black owned, and Essence did not shun them away. Okay, so you had people from the Caribbean, you had people from Africa. They were working along with Black Americans, but the difference is they understood the assignment. They the overall goal of the assignment was not to try and change what was already founded. Okay, that's the difference. Those in the Black diaspora, the African diaspora, who joined in and worked alongside Black Americans, in essence, at that time, they were not trying to take over and change the overall goal of the company. Okay? And that's the difference. So it's fine to work with someone, just like if you hire someone white in a certain area. If they're not trying to change the whole goal and the whole direction of your company, that means they understand the assignment. Now, with this particular buy from the man who used to own Shea Moisture, and from Time before him, Time, which was a white owned company who bought majority stake in Essence, right? So here you have Time and this guy named Dennis who decided they wanted to change the direction of the company. Now this company has history. You can't come in and change 50 some all these years of history in Black America and in the direction of it. You can't just decide you're going to just go and change it and do something else. Wanga comes in from Kenya, someone who is from Kenya and has worked with Target in the past. Um, she wanted to make it something new, reinvent the wheel. She wanted to do something new as well. So just looking at it as Essence now, when it's not Essence, it has some of the older people working in Essence, and they still, and I want them to keep their jobs. I don't want it to fail, because then they'll be out of work and all this other stuff, and they really want to maintain the history. I think the best change would be to get a new CEO that understands you can't just waltz in and decide you're going to just change something. If you're going to use the name, you're going to have to keep with the brand. You're going to have to keep with the brand. And that's the difference between now who owns it and back in the day who owned it. Because back in the day, the diaspora would work with Black America, but they didn't have this takeover goal. And I think that there's a takeover goal off the backs of what was founded by Black America. The use of the name, the audience, the everything. They want to change the direction, and it's just not going to work. It's not going to work that way. You have to listen to the people who have been there for a long time, but according to what was written, they weren't paying any attention. And a lot of people left. A lot of people aren't there anymore. A lot of people aren't there anymore. So the essence that we knew is not the essence. Is not essence today. It's just the name. It's the name. And unfortunately, there may be some people in charge of it now who just don't understand the assignment like back in the day. So to say, because Black America and the diaspora have worked together for a long, 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 long time. That's how businesses are run, right? Um, we've worked together in medicine. We've worked together in music. We've worked together. We work together. We work together all the time. Um, but but there's always been a level of respecting the history, especially back in the day, respecting why we are doing this and why and what. There wasn't a big take, or I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take over, and I'm gonna change this and I'm gonna change that. It wasn't really like that. It wasn't really like that. Now we have that going on, and that needs to change. There's no respect for the history. There's no respect for where it came from. There's no respect for it anymore.